Okay, so as you just saw, we just destroyed an entire pillar full of ores and we got a fair amount of stuff. And I'm going to explain where all of that came from in just a minute. But firstly, what we're going to do is we're just going to dump it in a chest. This chest will do just here. So, let's go a bit of redstone. We did have quite a few stacks of redstone. I need to smelt up all those iron. No, I don't want to put my pumpkin pies in there. I quite like my pumpkin pies. What we'll do is we'll just shove the gold in there and the iron in there. And I don't want this fortune pick. There we go. Right, so welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft server. In today's episode, I've got a lot of things I want to show you and just talk about, and it's going to be a more chatty episode. I did say I'd be building a shop, not 100% sure if that's going to go ahead as time is very limited for this episode, as it is Friday now, so the video goes out on Tuesday. Sunday, I'm very doubtful I'll be able to have any time to record, and the same with Monday, so time is very limited, so it's going to be quite a talky episode, so I hope you're up for that. We're going to do not too much, but you're going to see lots. If that makes any sense at all, hopefully it does. So let's crack on with today's episode. We're just going to start off, we're going to do this all in one clip. Not really, but firstly, as you can see, I have built Ilmango's mob farm up here, which has been an absolute lifesaver. To sum it up why I built this, Vicious Pie basically said, I'm going to build a mob farm. And I said, oh, I'll donate some resources in return. I get some gunpowder for rockets. And he was like, no. So I said, right, I'll build my own. So to sum it up, I basically built this because Pie didn't want help. So yeah. Hashtag blame Vicious Pie. This thing is absolutely amazing. I've done a bit of recording. I wouldn't say I've done absolutely loads of recording here, AFK, not recording, but I've done a fair amount and we filled up quite a few chests. As you can see, it's all the way up to there, and yeah, it's really good for gunpowder and rockets and all that kind of stuff. So now we're going to move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing we are going to talk about is, what is our base? This is planning everything. It's all coming into today's episode. As you can see, the last episode I had this circle up here made out of netherrack, and this is what our base is going to be based around. So this is the big circle that is going to go the entire way down to bedrock level, and we're going to show you down there in the middle. The mob farm is going to be directly in the center of the base. It is centered in the middle, and all the drops obviously come down there, and this is just a temporary storage system because obviously that is already filling up quite a lot. So mining, we have a lot of mining to do, and I've done a little bit up here. As you can see, it is a 65 by 65 circle. The middle block is that, obviously that, is it that? No, it's not that pillar there, but it's there, and these are the corner blocks. So we've got one there, one there, one there, and there. And if we hop down here, I've been doing mining down at bedrock level. That's where I got all the ores from. So down here we've been doing lots and lots of mining. This is the exact shape that is up above. So as you can see, in each of the corners we've got that 2 white hole that I had up there, and you can see the pillars there. So I'm currently, I don't really know how I'm gonna mine this. I'm kind of doing it to keep myself from getting bored, because I don't want to burn out while doing this. Problem with mining right down here is lava. Oh dear, I hate lava so much. It's an entire lava lake as well. It just would be. So I'm currently debating whether to do it like this, which is I think probably the easier way to do it. Which, how am I going to do this? Am I going to have to? Yeah, I'm going to have to fill this up, and I really don't want to burn alive. Watch the health. I don't want to fall in there again. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of digging and work off camera. That's why I've kind of limited my time for this episode, because I thought this would turn into more of a talky episode. So what is actually going to go in this circle the whole way down to bedrock? So in there's going to be different floors. They won't be on the sides. They'll be kind of floating mini circles inside the big circle, which I think will look really, really cool. I'm going to go into a test world and hope to do some designing in today's episode, because I want to kind of get an idea of what resources we're going to want to actually build the circle. Because I believe we're going to have, I want to build the walls out of concrete. I haven't come up with the colours. I've been thinking possibly about purple, or making the entire circle just black, which would be like a massive black hole. But would it be as colourful? I don't really know. So the plan is there isn't really much of a plan. To sum it up, simply, I'm just going to grab some more stone while we're doing this. So I think what we are going to just go and do is we're going to hop into a test world, and we're going to start designing. I'll sort of mark out the shape of the circle, so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. Why would you do that? What is wrong with these zombies these days? I mean, it's just disgraceful. That gave me a shock of my life. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm going to go, after I've recovered from my shock, I will meet you in a test world, where we will mark out the area, do all the good stuff, and do good stuff, and hopefully design and kind of get an idea for what our base this season is going to look like. And this will hopefully contain like villager trading halls, maybe some farms, I'm not really sure, but mostly especially storage system, and definitely a villager trading hall. They're my two big ones I want to put in here. Possibly, I really don't know. Down here I've got some ideas where I want all the stone to be cleared out, and then black glass to be put at this top bedrock level here. I think that will look really cool. But meanwhile, I'm just covering this over because I'm walking around on here and I'm falling in I don't want to be falling and jumping around in all the gaps. So yeah, I am going to hop over into a test world and I will see you there. Okay, so I am struggling for ideas, and this is what I've come up with so far. This is meant to be like a mini version of the circle that will go the whole way down to bedrock. So that'll be a bit like what the floor's like. I'm happy with that. Mobs can't spawn on bedrock. If you didn't know that, they can't. So obviously none of this will be spawnable. We won't have to light any of this up. And then the black glass in between, which mobs also can't spawn on. It's the walls I really am struggling with. I like the black as they're not as there's nothing to it really. I mean, it can be really, really dark. And possibly, I'm thinking if I try to do these purple rings going up, it just doesn't look right. It might be because it's on a small scale, but still, I just don't feel like that's going to work. But what I'm also thinking is maybe we just have it solid black, meaning that then, I mean, that will look really cool. You wouldn't really see the circle shape to it, though. That would be the one problem with it. But is that too much of a worry? I'm not too sure. I wouldn't say I'm too bothered with that, to be honest. Because if we, let's say, just fill out some of this stuff there with just pure black, I think that'd be really cool, because then we can have, let's say we just have you can have, like, let's say we have a platform around at this height here, sort of a circular platform here, we have, let's say, our storage system here, we can have a pathway that goes over to this hole, we could have, like, a piston door here, opening up into like a new area. We could have farms in the walls. I don't know. So yeah, maybe we just do solid black, because unless you've got any other ideas down in the description, but not. Why do I always go down in the description? It's not. You're not in the description. In the comment section. So if you do have any ideas for the walls, please let me know. I'd be really, really interested. And if I think it works, we'll definitely go ahead and do it. But yeah, I think it's definitely just gonna. At the time being, I think pure black. Yeah, that just looks a bit of a mess, to be honest. Yep, right, we're going for the black. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to pop back onto this server, and we are going to head to the shopping district. We're going to reserve an area for our shop, which is going to be the ice shop, the cold shop, that kind of thing. We're going to be selling things like all the types of ice, so regular, packed, and blue ice. And we're also going to be selling snow, and they're the only cold blocks I can think of at the moment. You know what, let's quickly pop back onto the testing world and have a look at the cold blocks, because that's in creative mode, so we can have a quick scroll through. So yeah, I think this is going. I think since we've had blue ice, I thought, right, that's a good idea for a shop, because blue ice is seriously expensive. I mean, it costs a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money, a lot of ice. I'm going mad. You should know this by now, people. So let's scroll through and just see if there's anything that is worth selling alongside. So yeah, we'll have ice. And so we'll have packed ice. I think I missed the blue ice, haven't I? No, is it not in alphabetical order? Am I going mad? So I have all those, and then we'd have snow. So we'd have those. Maybe snowballs. I don't really know if I'd sell snowballs. I don't know if that's worth it. Wait, it's not in alphabetical order. I am so confused. How is it? Can someone tell me how this menu sorted? Please. I'm very, 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 very confused. So yeah, if we keep scrolling down, nothing is shouting itself out to me. Nope, I don't think so. Yep, so that is what we are going to sell. We'll hop back onto the server. Is someone on the server? Someone must have just joined on, or we missed them. So we're going to head over to the shopping district, and I've already got some stuff I think I have done some harvesting already, because I knew I was going to be building this shop kind of soonish. So what we're going to do is, I think somewhere, actually it might be in here, I have been beginning to harvest ice. I did a lot more ice than that. I've got some ice there. As you can see, we've got 9 stacks of each. But yeah, I think we can go and build a shop with those resources there. My shulker box situation is an absolute mess. And I'll respond to Orange in just a second. So yeah, I'll meet you at the shopping district, where we're going to go and claim an area. So I'll see you in just a second. I don't think I've shown off communal for a while, so I've just turned up, and I thought I'd just show off some of the shops that have already appeared. This is Keith's Enchanted Bookstore, which is... I honestly thought it was an end shop when I first saw it. Over here we've got Vicious Pie's food shop, which he also did last season as well. Over here, I believe this is Bovine's? Yeah, Bovine services. So Bovine sort of does services like prank removal, collecting logs, and I'm assuming there's more to come. Interesting design for a shop. This one I quite like, which is the Enchanted Rod Shop, Nintendo's Enchanted Rod Shop, which you go down here, not through that one, down there, and you can pop into the shop and buy it like this. I think it's a really cool idea. I like the fishing rod up above. So we've got some competitors, but not for ice. Not for ice. Over there, obviously, we've got the someone's removed their oranges wheat. Let's be good citizens and replace that. I'll put the wheat in there. So yeah, where do we want to build this? So let's just have a think about how this place is going to look in the future. So over here, this area here is reserved by, I think, Vapor. Over here is where the town hall is going to be going. That's going to be a gigantic project, as you can see. I mean, it's probably going to go up to about, I think, it's going to come up to around here, 150. At some point. I mean, it's going to be a massive project. That I believe there's a mall. Keith is going to be building a mall. I believe that's going somewhere around here. This is definitely, I don't know what Stop is building, because this is Vapor, also known as Stop Don't Talk to Me. Stop's claim big project. Sounds cool. So I don't really want to be in the way of anyone else's projects, but then again, I don't want to be far out away from everything. So this, to be honest, this seems like a nice spot. What is this here? I again don't want to be building this. Is this? It seems like a kelp farm with just kelp there. Not sure what that is. This seems like a nice spot here. I reckon we build it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down the foundations in a way for what we're going to be building. I think we'll build this out of ice, because ice is still kind of see-through. Does ice melt? I honestly don't know if ice melts. I'm going to ask Orange if he knows if ice melts, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, so I have been busy working on the shop. We have chosen this location. I have actually stuck with it, and I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm improvising the entire thing, which I generally do with when I do build anything. So here we have this. So I've put some cyan glass up in for some windows to get some light in here. Otherwise, it was super, super dark. So this is where we have all the chests. We'll have some chests along there, sort of along all the sides. And so what I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to just make it look like it's kind of, in a way, kind of plopped down into the ground. But I'm really not this kind of builder. I can't use snow layers because they're just going to melt. So I'm kind of just adding blocks in a bit like this. So it looks kind of a bit like an iceberg maybe. And have I run out of snow? I have. So I'm going to have to go and pick up some more snow, some chests and everything to put in there, and some signs. But yeah, I just want to spread this out a bit more so snow kind of comes out and spreads out. So it looks like this has kind of just fallen into the ground. That's the plan anyway. You know what, I might just remove this stuff here. and then I can come back and replace this later when I get round to the side. I'll just work my way around. I seem to be getting some quite bad, well, not really that bad, but I keep block lag, which is being a bit annoying whilst building this. It just pops off and then pops back on again. It's like, make your mind up, what are you doing? So yeah, I'm going to continue working on this, and I'll catch you hopefully once I've finished building it. Oh, this is so difficult. I really do struggle with things like this. Place something there, and then I think place stuff like that. Just snow that's kind of spurted away. Yeah, I hope you can really tell that I really do struggle with this kind of thing, as this is very not it's not like what I'm used to doing. Put some snow there, and maybe there. I think that's looking okay. Yeah, this is really difficult. So I'll continue doing this, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, so I've just slept through the night, because any time I want to record it is always nighttime, and I have completed so far what I think it looks alright. So we'll go this way around, because that way round's a bit, actually looking at that, that's very samey, isn't it? Let's get rid of that and just place that there. We go. That looks a bit better. You've just got to break up the samey patterns. I find this really, really difficult. Like, really, really difficult. That looks too flat then, so that means I have to get rid of that one. And it's so hard. But this is what I've got so far. I've got this sort of snow dotting around outside. No, leave it like that. And we've got the snow sort of built up round it, just to give it more of a, not to remove the rounded shape, but not to give it the rounded shape. If that makes any sense at all. It makes sense in my head, but I don't think that came out right. So yeah, maybe we should add some snow on top. To be honest, I'm quite happy with it being down there. It's like kind of it was at the bottom of it. So yeah, I think this looks alright. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got to go and pick up a bunch of chests and signs, and we kind of just got to label this stuff up. And to be honest, I don't really like this. Let's change this to snow. Was that a mob? I'm sure I just saw something there. What? I must be going mad. I honestly thought I just saw something there. So yeah, we got this kind of entrance thing. I think this looks alright. I hope it's not a monstrosity and it doesn't look awful. Yeah, I think that looks alright. So yeah, I'll go and pick up some chest signs and all that good stuff, and I'll meet you back here and we'll sort it out, and we've got to work out prices and everything for the shop. Okay, so I've been busy. Well, not really. I've done a little bit of work, and we've got what I think is acceptable now. So we have snow blocks for 1 diamond per stack. We have snow layers for 1 diamond for 6 stacks, because with 1 snow block, with 3 snow blocks, you could craft... Oh, this should be 3 diamonds. 1 diamond... This should be 1 diamond for 2 stacks. I'm completely undercharging there. Oh, let's quickly change that. I'm glad I thought that through, because that would have... I would have got ripped off then. 1 diamond for 2 stacks. I would be ripping myself off in my own business. Alright, let's try this again. So, we have the snow layers out, smack. There we go, right. So, we have the snow layers just there, so that is 1 diamond for 2 stacks. Over here we've got ice for 2 diamonds per stack. Over here we've got 3 diamonds a stack for packed ice. No, that should be 4 diamonds. Change of the mind. Change of the mind? I don't know what change of the mind is, but I've changed of the mind. We've got 8 diamonds for blue ice, which I'm happy with. So we'll change this to 4 diamonds. And I need to finish just putting signs on the chests. And then we're going to hop We're going to hop over to the acacia, not the acacia biome, to the snow biome, packed ice biome, and we're going to start chopping down more packed ice. And I've set up a mini ice farm, which I'll show off when I'm over there. I need to go and pick up some more shulker boxes because I just want to stock up the shop. I will also pick up some snow while we're over there because we're in need of that as well. And I really want to just stock this place up before we officially open its doors. I'll put a sign out saying not open until we say. So there we go. So we've got packed ice, 4 diamonds per stack. It's quite expensive, but we can reduce the prices. The more people buy, which is basically the way we're going to run. So yeah, I'm going to pop the signs down. I'm also going to put 2 down here saying, let's put capitals shop still. Actually, no, let's just put closed. There we go. Shop closed. Right. So I'll continue. I'll just put the signs down and I'll meet you over at the snow biome. Okay, so I have stocked up the shop and I've just kicked Pi from the game because he keeps spamming messages saying when are you recording. Here we go. I bet you it starts now. I'm in a call with him so you can actually hear what I'm saying, but I can't just hear what he's saying. So yeah, I stocked up the shop with snow and some more packed ice. So we've got quite a bit of packed ice in there. Blue ice and normal ice. And so we've got some snow layers there as well. I might see if I can put some more snow layers in actually. So let's go and quickly craft some up. Let's just go into this house as we always do. Turn all those into snow layers. There we go. Lovely. I'm so going to blur that out in editing just on purpose. So I always have to make sure there's how many are we saying this for? 1 diamond for 2 stacks. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, that 10, 12, 14. Right, that's cool. So yeah, stop is shopped. That made no sense. The shop is stocked, and yeah, that is it for today's episode. So if you have enjoyed, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.